Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Common Sense Crypto Channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today, wherever you are in this great, great world. We're going to talk about XRP. Now, I don't know about you, but to me, this whole SEC lawsuit sounds like some big movie plot. And it has its twists and turns, and it has people coming up with some wording that people don't quite understand or they have to figure out for themselves, as we see here from Joel Katz. When a scrappy financial startup takes on a web of corruption and betrayal to bring instant payments to the masses, they learn that the cost of disrupting the status quo is higher than they could have ever imagined, forcing them to decide between their vision and their survival. Now, to me, it sounds like we could be heading to a settlement. And maybe XRP doesn't get regulatory clarity, but the case ends. Other people said, it sounds like Ripple's about to lose, but I don't think so. Ripple may walk through the door and slam it shut. And again, coming from David Schwartz, Ripple CTO David Schwartz has recently engaged in a discussion with Twitter user Mr. Huber2 regarding the company's legal battle against the SEC. One of Schwartz's comments posted during this discussion, namely the one about Ripple being possibly tempted to walk through a door and shut it behind itself, raised concerns among some crypto community members. Now, some people say it suggests two interpretations of Ripple CTO's words. In the first one, it is Ripple that will walk through the door, shutting it and leaving XRP holders behind. The second is that Ripple and XRP go through the door and the rest of the crypto space is shut out. Schwartz later replied that he hopes to never face such a choice, adding that the stakes in the lawsuit are high, but not quite as high. Now, to me, it could also mean that Ripple is walking out of the country, walking out of the US and slamming this door shut behind them, meaning XRP continues on. But again, it's words right now, and we're not quite there yet, but people worry about this, and they try to figure out exactly what David means by that. So Deaton says Ripple must decide what's best for the company. So Deaton is looking at it the same way, that maybe this shuts out XRP holders. Attorney John Deaton, the founder of Crypto Law, has reacted to a recent comment by Ripple CTO David Schwartz, which he suggests that the leading blockchain company could stop operating in the US, like I was just saying. Reacting to Schwartz's statement, Attorney Deaton said Ripple must first consider its interest. According to Deaton, the Silicon Valley tech company must decide what is best for the company, its stakeholders, and its employees, not the XRP holders. He added that Ripple's decisions are not expected to favor XRP holders and developers building on the XRP ledger. Furthermore, Deaton said Schwartz's statement is why XRP holders had to be represented in the ongoing lawsuit between Ripple and the SEC. And that's why I always said Johnny Deaton's out there fighting for me and you, the retail investor, the XRP holder. This is the major reason XRP holders had to be represented in the case. I will say that again. In the end, though, Ripple must decide what's best for Ripple. Now, I don't think Ripple's going to leave the US, and I believe this lawsuit is one big charade, like a delay tactic, because everything is coming together. You see, I always show you in videos, this crypto partnered with this crypto, partnered with this company, partnered with this bank, working on this country's CBDC. One massive network is forming. And I believe Gary's working for the banks. He's delaying Ripple so they could get something, an alternative maybe, put in place. I think JP Morgan is working with Ripple behind the scenes, and we're not really hearing much about it. But you see how even if it's not Ripple directly, it's through partners of Ripple. So XRP lawsuit settlement incoming, lawyer drops scenario. However, a settlement is not appealable in the court. If parties decide to settle before the ruling, it can prevent precedent from it ruling. Meanwhile, parties can settle before or after the decision. The judges wouldn't mind if it settles before her decision, regardless of the timing. And the judge could care less if SEC and Ripple come together and come to an agreement. And even after that agreement, a settlement could still be made in this case. But that's not what we should want as XRP holders. We should want that regulatory clarity for XRP because it would be the only crypto out there with that clarity. Think of the value of XRP if that happens. SEC Chair Gensler hides dirty secrets. And we all knew that he had secrets. And we know that there's a lot of corruption going on. So why is the SEC cracking down on Ripple and crypto? Just recently, Deaton theorized about why the SEC is cracking down on Ripple and the entire crypto industry. According to the attorney, Gensler will continue its policy of regulation through enforcement until Wall Street giants like Vanguard are satisfied. Once the legacy players are satisfied, there will be some form of clarity worked out, and then crypto will be labeled safe enough and investors protected. That's why we don't have regulations put in place, because Gary's looking out for Gary. As Deaton explained, Wall Street giants are generally bullish on crypto. Larry Fink, the head of BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager, recently said that technology will play a big role in the modern world. Moreover, he emphasized that there needs to be reasonable regulations for crypto. Deaton drew the following conclusion. If BlackRock is in, ask yourself who is the largest shareholder of BlackRock? Vanguard. Who manages 90% of Gary Gensler's $140 million fortune? Vanguard. The point is that crypto is here to stay. BlackRock, Fidelity, Mellon, etc. are not all wrong. And I said it before, crypto is the future. We are investing in the technology of the future. At some point, the US is definitely going to need XRP. Forbes journalist has submitted amendments to her motion to intervene with the SEC. Now, Rosalind Layton, I hope she gets these Hinman documents. I hope she releases them to the public so everybody could see the true corruption that was going on behind the scenes at the SEC. And, like I said at the beginning of this video, I always feel that this whole SEC versus Ripple case, it's like we're watching a movie. It has twists and turns, and every once in a while, when you feel completely positive that Ripple's going to win, then something else comes out, and it delays it a little bit longer. I still don't understand why the judge couldn't come to a decision already. I mean, it's not hard to see what's really going on. But again, Johnny Deaton's theory actually sounds like a solid theory because Vanguard is a massive company as well. From November through January, Ripple formally announced several new corporate payment partners and ODL users in addition to AI and NFT initiatives. MFS Africa, FOMOPay, Travelex, etc. Understandably, get the news, but pay attention to the holiday announcements too. And we see here new corporate payment partners, Nutrisource, Fertilizer, Agrochemicals, Singapore, Oceanus, Food Tech, Singapore, Balancy, Agro, Consumer Food Tech, Singapore, New Horizon, Custom Blending, CA, Star Dreams General Trading, LLC, Agri Commodities, Dubai. And that's what's going on. We have all these new partnerships that are going on behind the scenes as well, still forming that massive network. And people aren't paying attention to that. It all comes right back to Ripple one way or another. 50 million under 4 seconds for 30 cents, possible with XRP. We moved $50 million worth of XRP into our company in 3 seconds and it cost 30 cents. There is no way to do that with fiat or Bitcoin. And that's why Ripple will be here forever. The same with XRP. It's here for the long term. It will outlive all of us because it's the technology of the future. Think about it. What other alternative do they really have? Ripple holds the patent for ODL. They're not going to come up with this alternative out of the blue. You know what I mean? Everybody always says, don't worry, the US is working on something big behind the scenes. Yeah, they're working with Ripple behind the scenes. XRP, much like other passengers on the train, are investors. The train isn't moved by us. We might be able to move the train a little bit, but not much. The utility will advance as the train moves. We are only waiting for that. Be patient and take in the spectacle. And let me tell you something, the train has not left the station as far as XRP. You could still get in under $1. Think about it like that. And at some point, the train will leave the station and it'll leave a lot of people behind and they'll be filled with regret. But because you're an XRP holder, you know what comes next. This market is not going to stay the way it is right now. I still believe that SEC lawsuit is going in favor of Ripple. It's just a matter of when they tell Gary, now's the time, let XRP fly. And I still believe that's coming. XRP, Native Cross-Chain Bridge Proposal published by XRP Ledger. So we see here, XLS-38D Proposal, the bridge, as defined in the XLS-38D Proposal, connects two blockchains, a locking chain and an issuing chain, also called a main chain and a side chain. A cross-chain transfer moves assets from the locking chain to the issuing chain, or returns those assets from the issuing chain back to the locking chain. It proposes two means of building a bridge. First, setting up a new sidechain, which is building an XRP to XRP bridge. The strategy involves using sidechains, a parallel network that gains value from analyzing data from and exchanging assets with the main chain. According to an interview back in August of 2022, RippleX hard at work on a production release of sidechains that would run parallel to the XRP Ledger mainnet if adopted by the XRP community. In October of last year, RippleX announced the launch of the first XRP Ledger EVM compatible sidechain. The second way of building the bridge is through an IOU to IOU bridge. In this case, any two networks that have an IOU to IOU bridge between them should already have an XRP to XRP bridge between them, as a sidechain will need XRP for account reserves and transaction fees. So as time goes on, we could see a lot of XRP being utilized here as well. There's going to be so much value here. The XRP Ledger is just getting started. I believe 2023 is going to be a massively explosive year for XRP Ledger and XRP holders. Insane predictions for XRP price by analysts says may reach double-digit figures soon. Now, this is coming from an influencer that says the settlement may involve the burning of half of the Ripple escrow tokens. However, he believes that the situation is purely hypothetical and barely feasible. As per him, the SEC may demand to burn half of the escrow reserve as a settlement to the ongoing lawsuit. Therefore, after the settlement, the influencer believes that the XRP price could rise beyond $7.40 and may achieve Ethereum's market capitalization, and may reach Bitcoin's market cap if it makes it above $17. But that's been talked about so many times in the past, the SEC forcing Ripple to burn the escrow. I don't think that is the case, though. I think, if anything, maybe the SEC tries to keep hold of that escrow. Maybe the U.S. gets the escrow. Who knows what's going to happen with that? But I still believe if Ripple was to win that case full out right now and XRP got regulatory clarity, we are going past $10. I believe maybe even 20, because all of a sudden, all the banks coming on board. I said it many times. And not only that, I believe XRP is going to gain value throughout the whole year of 2023 as new projects keep onboarding to the XRP ledger. But again, like I said, it feels like we're watching a movie play out, watching this case happen. And every once in a while, it'll have a twist and a turn. But you got to keep something in mind. This case has to come to an end this year. And when it does, it's going to change crypto forever. It's probably going to be life-changing to a lot of XRP holders. You're going to see grown men cry when they look at their XRP. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you watching my videos. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.